And introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 70.2 kilograms and fights under Ryan Dunstan out of Ignite Martial Arts with a professional record of 7 wins for 4 defeats. Make some noise for David, the Smiling Assassin Martinez! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 70.8 kilograms and trains under Adrian Pang out of Integrated MMA, holding an undefeated professional record for 2 wins for 0 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Tim Schultz.
He's always smiling.
Absolutely loves his work, does the Smiling Assassin. It's Dave Martinez versus Tim Schultz. Eternal lightweight division, 10 and 8th in cage side with Ben Vickers once again. Ben, a fantastic night of fights we've had. No doubt these two gentlemen will add to that.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we talked about Tim's improved stand-up, but Dave's been working really hard with Ryan Doyle, I believe, and brushing up that stand-up. And, you know, he's got a point to prove that he's not just the grappler Dave that people pigeonhole him to be. So here we go with some leg kicks exchanges early.
Ryan Doyle, Dave Martinez, head striking coach.
And Tim's busy with the legs here. I was expecting more of a boxing, but Dave looks sharp. Dave's striking looks sharp.
Well, there it is, Ben, the superior grappling of Dave Martinez. Can he implement it against Tim Schultz?
Yeah, and look, really, really good way of hiding grappling his bite. He looked like, for all intents and purposes, he wanted to have that striking fight, and then all of a sudden he's in on the hips and back to old Dave. But
old Dave is back.
Tim's doing a good job so far of like isolating a wrist. He's not letting him get, as I say it, gets those hands together. But Tim, again, staying calm, fighting the head, always busy, like looking to defend, not just accepting positions, hand fighting. Sprawls the leg, gets 2 feet back on the floor. He's very important. If Dave lends his hands here, he's got a good chance of finishing this takedown. But Tim's doing a good job of sinking his base, making him his width hard for Dave to get his arms around him.
Well, it's been a busy night for
the cage.
Yeah, well, for the cage, exactly.
A lot of like cage grappling exchanges, but there's always been action.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not people just hanging out there. These boys are fighting against the cage.
No, definitely. And I think that our officials are letting these gentlemen work as much as they can.
As they should.
Yeah, absolutely. As mentioned earlier, that's a conversation for a different time. Nonetheless, back to the action.
Dave got the angle there, but Tim did really well. Oh, beautiful inside sweep.
Smiling Dave is back, and he's back to his old tricks.
Look, yes. He's giving no space. You know, we talked about with Dom, like, his hips are lower than his head, and his head's driving into Tim's head, not allowing Tim to build that base. And he's got this half guard that's wide open, but he doesn't really need to improve from here. If he can just get a bit of posture and start landing some strikes. He's controlling now with the forearm on the face, just allowing Tim no space to start rebuilding his base up.
Well, we saw this dominance from Dave early on in his career. It was almost like no one could stop him, Ben. He took off with it. He took off to 6 fights with 4 finishes, and he's looking to get back on the train tonight. Can he do it against Tim Schultz? This is a good indication of what could be to come from the Smiling Assassin.
Well, yeah, and him and Tim are having a good chat in there, by the way. Tim's done a good job of getting his head up. See, now he's built his base a little bit, but Dave is always trying to stay over him and dominate that height, which is going to make it hard for Tim to get off the ground.
Well, as mentioned earlier, it's been a busy night for the team at Integrated MMA. Tim Schultz, the last of the 3 fighters from that gym under Adrian Pang. We saw Jamie Spawn with a fantastic victory over Kieran Daly. Trevor Sinclair unlucky against Neem Stephen. Tim Schultz looking to do his gym proud, but Dave Martinez making it very hard for him at this stage, Ben.
Yeah, look, a minute 20 to go, and Tim will know Dave. Dave's not going to rush to try and get a finish, so Tim needs to maintain his composure. Just try and stop Dave from advancing position and minimize the damage. But, you know, this is a dangerous high mount, and there's a head and arm locked in now.
Well, this is almost reminiscent of what we saw.
This could be the end here.
In Dave's early
Tim's
career.
managed to get on his hip, so I think he's going to get out here.
He does so.
Absolutely fantastic. But Oh, and he's hitting with some hard shots there.
Beautiful exit by Tim Schultz, Ben. And Dave senses the danger on the feet. He's back to where he started.
And we see a little cut over the left eye of Tim Schultz here now. 30 seconds to go in the round. Dave's round, but I think Tim can take a lot of confidence from that.
Oh, absolutely.
Again, he's got out of some bad spots. He's landed some heavy shots, and you know his cardio is going to come into play. He's been dealing with a lot of weight on top of him, so we're going to find out about the conditioning of Tim Schultz. And you know, we know he's got heart. We've seen him in grindy fights before. That fight with Cody Barnwell was a tough fight, but Dave's a class act. He's been fighting for a long time, and you know, he can do this all day too.
Oh, he most definitely can. And you talk about him doing this all day with training partners like eternal middleweight champion John Martin.com. Back to the action. Round 2 is underway, and it's all smiles for Dave Martinez and Tim Schultz inside the cage here in round 2. And one thing I've noticed, Ben, is Dave almost has deceptive striking to set up exactly what we're seeing here.
Exactly, yeah. He's using his experience in this fight. And it's relentless.
Absolutely. Non-stop from Dave. And down goes Tim again.
And expect Dave to take his time here. He's got the whole round now, 4.5 minutes to work. And he's been very busy, and again, Tim's just having to react to everything Dave's doing. It's one of those heartbreaking fights. I just want to get up and throw some bombs.
You just can't.
Dave's not going to let you do that. You know, you're going to have to find your way to your feet. You're going to have to earn your way back to your feet to throw those bombs. But Tim's making all the right noises. You know, getting on his hips, not staying flat, using the cage, and minimizing damage. You know, the key for Tim now is #1 priority is to survive. Right, survive this exchange, survive this bad position, and then escape. But the first priority is to survive. He has another round where they will start on the feet. If this whole round is spent on the bottom, it's better than losing by making a mistake and giving Dave will pounce on any mistakes that Tim makes. So he just needs to maintain his composure and realize he's in the fight still.
Absolutely, that's a good point you bring up, Ben, because we've seen so many times guys, they do get a little bit impatient, and Dave punishes them for that.
Now he's in mount, so it's time to be impatient. You can't stay in this position. Now we've advanced the mount. You know, he needs to bring his arms back to the inside of his body, and he needs to get onto that hip again. Yeah, perfect.
So much pressure from Dave from the top.
Yeah, look, this will be exhausting for Tim on the bottom.
Jeez, look at those elbows coming down from Martinez.
He's not smiling at the moment. He's all business at the moment, the smiling assassin, and he is feeding Tim some elbows.
Oh, absolutely. Tim's got to move here.
Yeah.
He's landing probably 1 in 3 elbows, but those ones definitely do count, Ben.
Yeah, and he still has 3 minutes to work. You know, he got the takedown in the first 20 seconds of the round, and he's bought himself a bunch of time to work. And Tim has got to be really careful with that head and arm choke.
Definitely.
If he could find his way back to the cage, that's going to give him another option.
Come on, Timmy.
He's really got a sense of urgency now. He knows he needs to move.
Well, he's got the back now, Ben, and this is not a good position for Tim Schultz.
And this could be good night, sweetheart. And there's the transition. The hand fighting's actually stopped.
And this fight is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge has called a stop to this bout at 2 minutes, 58 seconds in round number 2, declaring your winner via submission due to a rear naked choke in the blue corner, David, the Smiling Assassin Martinez. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, David, the Smiling Assassin Martinez, back in the win column yet again in the Eternal Cage, moving to 8-4 as a professional. David, I think it's safe to say you've never looked better inside the Eternal Cage. It's no secret your grappling is a big part of your game, but you made a bit of a statement on the feet, popping that jab out there, moving the head really well, but ultimately the grappling proved too much. Were you looking to make a statement tonight?
Well, I was just looking to represent the work Dunstan and Doyle have really put into me these last few months. Those two people, incredible, man. And I wouldn't be here without them. Oh, hang on. Where's my boys? Brewster, Lottie. Yeah, boys. Yeah.
A nice shout out there. Now, speaking of fans, David, you have always your beautiful wife in your corner. You mentioned that you've got your younger brother watching you fighting here for the first time tonight. What does it mean to you to put on a great performance like that in front of your loved ones?
Oh, Matthew, it's fantastic having you here, man. I can't believe, of all my fights, this is the first time my family members actually come to see it. Man, I hope you've made it proud. I hope I made you proud, eh?
Well, what a fight to see for the first time from your family member there. Now, David, you're always giving 100% inside this Eternal cage, regardless of the result. And when we talk about the top of the Eternal lightweight division, you're always in that conversation. Do you have a name next? Do you feel that you've done enough to earn a shot at whoever the winner is for the title shot in Perth later this month?
If I may I borrow this, brother? The microphone, may I borrow it? Can I borrow it? Oh, well, thank you. Hey, my boy, Aguilera. Aguilera, are you here? Where is he? Aguilera! Can we get him in here, please? Where is he? My boy! Listen here, mother effer. You've taken everything I goddamn worked for. What makes you think you can jump in the title shot, eh? Hey, where you at? Come here. Come on. Lad. Anyway, well, that's enough of the theatrics. I love you people. So sorry, my bro.
An interesting call out there, David. So it's safe to say you might want that fight next. Listen, congratulations for this win. One more time for your winner, David the Smiling Assassin Martinez.